How is my ex-wife 7 months pregnant at our divorce hearing when I'm sterile? My name's Evan, and Dana and I had been separated 9 months when the final hearing rolled around. No kids, house in my name, savings already split. Clean break on paper. Then Dana walked into the courtroom in a fitted gray dress, one hand resting on a very real, very round 7-month bump. Her lawyer stood before I could even process it. Your Honor, my client is carrying Mr. Cole's child. We request full modification. The marital home, custody provisions, and prenatal support effective immediately. Here's what nobody else in that room knew. 4 years ago, I had a vasectomy. Dana drove me to the appointment herself. She held my hand in the waiting room. My stomach didn't drop because I thought the baby was mine. It dropped because I realized she was counting on something. The clinic that did my procedure, Lakeside Urology, had shut down 2 years ago. She thought my proof no longer existed. When I told my lawyer in the hallway, Dana walked past us, leaned in, and whispered, "Good luck finding your records." She'd planned this down to the paperwork. At the preliminary motion, her lawyer went further than I expected. He produced a letter on Lakeside Urology letterhead stating my vasectomy had failed spontaneous recanalization confirmed by follow-up testing. Signed, Dr. A. Whitfield. The judge ordered a prenatal DNA test, but pending results, he granted Dana temporary support, $1,400 a month out of my account, to the woman forging medical documents against me. Driving home that night, I kept replaying the follow-up appointment from 4 years ago. 2 tests, 0 count, twice. Whitfield had shaken my hand and said, "You're officially firing blanks, congratulations." A man doesn't forget that sentence. My lawyer brought in a private investigator, Ray Moss, a retired detective who talked slow and worked fast. First thing Ray pulled was the state business registry. Lakeside Urology had formally dissolved in March, 2 years back. The letter her lawyer submitted was dated this April. A dead clinic doesn't write letters. Second thing Ray found was Dana's new address. She'd told the court she was living alone in a studio, struggling. The lease said otherwise. A 2-bedroom she shared with a man named Travis Lane, signed 1 month after our separation. His gym's social media had them tagged together at a Valentine's event, his hand on her stomach. But paperwork wasn't enough. I needed Whitfield. Ray tracked him to a lake town 3 hours north, retired, fixing up boats. I drove up myself. When I showed him the letter, he read it twice, and his jaw tightened. "I never wrote this. That's not my signature. And whoever forged it misspelled my own middle initial." Then he walked inside and came back with a banker's box. He'd kept archived copies of surgical records when the clinic closed, exactly for situations like this. My procedure. Both follow-ups. 0 count, twice. He agreed to testify in person. On the drive home, Ray called with one more piece. The forged letterhead traced back to a print order at a shop 2 towns over, paid in cash, but the customer copy was emailed for proofing to an address Dana had used on our old utility account. She'd proofread her own forgery. The second hearing opened with her lawyer repeating the story. Pregnant, abandoned, entitled to the home. Then my attorney called Dr. Whitfield. The courtroom shifted as he walked up. He confirmed the vasectomy, both 0 count results, and held up the letter. This clinic dissolved 2 years before this letter was dated. This is not my signature. This initial is not mine. Dana's lawyer asked for a recess. When they returned, he informed the judge he was withdrawing from the case. Then the judge opened the DNA envelope and read aloud, "Probability of paternity for Mr. Cole, 0%. From the back row, Travis Lane stood up. "The baby's mine. I have the text where she said Evan would pay until the house transferred. I'm not letting my kid be born into a lie." The judge ruled without pausing. "The original settlement stands as filed. Temporary support payments will be reimbursed to Mr. Cole in full." Then he referred the forged medical letter and Dana's sworn statements to the district attorney for fraud and perjury, assigned all legal costs to her, and granted a no-contact order before she could say a single word.